Here is Dehancer Pro. Film stocks, grain, halation, bloom effects, and much more. Welcome to my channel. Today, we will be reviewing Dehancer, the world's best color grading plugin. You can purchase and explore the plugin through the link. And now, I will walk you through a real color grading process from start to finish. As the first step, let's add the Dehancer plugin to our node tree from the Effects panel. You can check the guide on the website for details on the node tree and personal preferences. I prefer to start by turning off all the tools first. Next, I set the quality to high. If your computer runs slowly, you can choose the normal setting instead. From the Input section, you can select your camera profile or evaluate the options according to your node tree. It includes profiles for over 130 cameras. Now it's time for the film print section, which I've found to work the best. I usually prefer working with Kodak 2383. You can adjust color density, contrast, and exposure values from here. If you have a reference image, don't forget to check the scopes. Remember, no plugin will be useful without developing your eye and knowing your goal. With over 60 negative film profiles available in the plugin, it will open the doors to Hollywood for you. After selecting your profile, you can adjust your exposure using push and pull. For more detailed information, I recommend visiting the Dehancer blog. Using the Film Developer tool, you can adjust contrast, gamma correction, color separation, and color enhancement. The primary goal of this powerful Film Developer tool is to simplify the interpretation of various sources within a single node without needing any LUTs. It's truly incredible. And now, we'll add another node to our node tree and adjust the contrast using curves. The main reason I use curves is because it makes me feel more free. This is a personal preference, and you can achieve similar results with Dehancer or other tools if you prefer. Now, we'll add another node after the contrast adjustment to cool down the overall image. We can see that the entire image has cooled down and created a monochromatic look. I'll add a layer mixer node to separate the yellow jacket and make it stand out. It's entirely about your perspective. By learning about color theory and developing your eye, you'll achieve much more free and creative results. Using the qualifier tool and power window, we'll easily separate the jacket and maintain its original appearance. Finds that since Dehancer plugin entered their life, they have been more satisfied with their work and can grade more quickly. The #1 plugin used in music videos, promotional films, feature films, commercials, and many more industries. We've separated the jacket, but wait, if we don't warm up the skin tone a bit, our actor will look like they're freezing. We definitely don't want anyone freezing to death, though sometimes we might want to, depending on how we want to direct things. Using the qualifier tool correctly offers a very powerful workspace. No plugin will be sufficient on its own, as your perspective may require additional tools to achieve the desired result. Sometimes uses 50 to 60 nodes in their work, which they find quite exhausting. After using a power window, you can easily separate elements by tracking. We can adjust the contrast a bit more according to our final image. In just a few steps, we've created a truly cinematic image because we know exactly what we want to achieve. Now we're moving on to Dehancer's superb effects. Let's add a bit of grain to our image. Grain, effekti içerisinde hazır olan presetler gaz atabilir veya custom, skilled gorslaniz mutlu, olakajiniz skilled grain equilibriersenes. I'll choose 35mm grain and reduce the amount. I hope you're seeing the details clearly on YouTube. The halation effect, like the grain effect, offers various options and allows you to work without restrictions. It's truly the best among the ones I use. By activating the masks section, you can view the areas affected by the effect. It seems this app is also available on iOS, Android, so they must want to make everyone a colorist. The bloom effect also offers presets and custom work options. However, I find the bloom effect in Dehancer to be somewhat lacking. It could use a bit more impact. You can also share the pros and cons of this plugin in the comments to help improve its development. The Film Damage tool combines thousands of unique samples from real film with custom production and transformation algorithms to achieve a realistic result. Dust is always present on film, but it can appear differently depending on the production stages and the photographic materials used. For your convenience, there are factory profiles available with parameters that mimic standard film formats. Since I don't use the film breath and film weave tools much, I won't go into detail, but you can find their detailed usage on the Dehancer blog. Typically, cinema film is scanned with additional space for more processing. With this tool, you can independently control dimensions, amount, positioning, color, and exposure to emphasize the analog nature of the image and for other creative purposes. In some scenes, a vignette is used to bring a model or object into focus. This tool allows for much quicker adjustments. To make this even more pronounced, we'll use a power window. You can add a node before the selected node by using Shift+S. With the primaries tools, we'll now increase the brightness of our model and keep the focus entirely on them. Art is in the small touches. Remember, overdoing it can take your image away from reality and result in a fake appearance. And now, let's take a look at the false color and clipping tools included in Dehancer. You can use false color to view the exposure of your image and see how it affects different areas. For clipping, you can identify areas of your image that suffer from data loss due to underexposure or overexposure. This helps you work technically flawless. I've tried to explain the overall workflow to you. I hope this video is helpful and serves as a reference. Remember, above all, you should focus on improving yourself. And here result. You can also purchase the app from the description or try it for free.